to bring you a report about the 2025 Snowflake Gala to benefit Food for the Hungry. I have some very special guests with me today at the beautiful Alcove Restaurant in downtown Mount Vernon. We have Sam Baroni, Kathy Breckler, Louisa Baroni-Gant, also Bruce Jacklin. We have Austin Swallow and Lisa Lloyd. They all are connected to this event and to Food for the Hungry in different ways. So let's take some time to celebrate a great event that just happened on Saturday night. And Sam, I want to start with you. Your alma mater is Kenyon.
Yes.
And that's where we were on Saturday night. Talk about how important it is to host this event there and to help the community through a special night like the gala.
Sure. Well, for Paula and I to be a part of this committee and to be members of the Kenyon alumni body is a great honor. I mean, as you know, what a thrill it is to be a graduate of MVNU, to be able to contribute to the community. I mean, we have that rare opportunity as alumni living in Mount Vernon, living in Knox County, to share in the life of Kenyon College. And this really, over the last 13 or 14 years for us, has been one of the most rewarding opportunities to not only share in our love and affection for Kenyon, but also to be a part of Kenyon being so involved in the community in an effort that is so important to our community. And I guess one of the biggest honors for me has been to be a part of recognizing people that I have grown up around and with in community service, and to be a part of recognizing them as part of a larger effort to raise money for this great event. So I know others may be talking about the Stroud Award later, but I've got to reach out to this guy next to us, who, in my estimation, was the quintessential honoree, in that his achievements really crossed so many generations that he has used his particular gifts as an artist and a community member, as a veteran, to contribute so much to the community. And our celebrating him Saturday night was just a great highlight for me, having been a friend of this guy for so many years, and for the whole community who cherishes what he has done.
Absolutely. Well, Kathy Breckler, our Executive Director of Food for the Hungry, is here. You were there from the very beginning. What does it feel to bring this dream to life, even in the midst of a snowstorm?
It was really wonderful. Of course, we were thinking about all kinds of things that might happen and what we might need to do. And it was so heartwarming to see everyone come out, even during this wintry weather that we had. And I think something that the committee has been wanting to do, and I know Austin and Lisa have as well, we want to bring some younger volunteers to this organization, to this cause, and be a part of this initiative. And we really did see that on Saturday night. And so it was just great. The room was beautiful. The committee did such a great job. And, we had a transition last year, and we were all kind of figuring out new ways to do things. And it was just wonderful. And then Bruce, knowing Bruce for so many years, and Bruce was at the very first gala.
Wow.
And so it was I couldn't be more prouder of our community, the committee, and the work that we all did together.
And you had the most seats sold ever.
We did.
In the history of the gala.
I think we actually had 314. We had seating for 325. And our numbers, Jerry Scott always said, let's keep it around 250. That's the optimal number. And so we went over that a little bit, and we were just a little nervous about, the length of the evening. But it turned out to just be really, really super special. And then, of course, we had a few folks that couldn't make it, which was fine. And so it was truly a special evening of giving.
It was. Want to talk to Louisa Baroni-Gant, who is one of the co-chairs of the entire committee. And Dad, that must make you proud.
Very proud.
Passing to the next generation. And we definitely need to give a shout out to your other co-chair who can't be with us today.
Amy Quinlivan, couldn't do it without her. We are yin and yang. What I can't do, she's great at it, and I kind of fill a hole for her too.
Well, give us an overview of the night. We had great dinner, desserts. Talk about the amazing theme.
Well, it was so fun this year because of Bruce doing an old Hollywood theme, and we had a red carpet that I know you were working in the beginning to greet guests. So that was a kind of new fun thing for people coming in. We had a fun photo booth, great food as always, and then we had special entertainment beyond our jazz tet, which we always appreciate the big band music that we have at the event. We had some special entertainers for Bruce that are Kelly York-Solouth, Courtney DeKoski, and Leah Stone Miller. They were our co-hosts for the night. They did a great job. They really brought some energy to the night and really great entertainment during dinner for Bruce.
And Bruce and I were talking. I don't know that I noticed till I sat down, but the centerpieces were productions that Bruce has done here in this
That was
community.
fun.
I had Cinderella.
They were on platforms.
Yes, they were. Yeah, they were the boards. That was just incredible. Well, Bruce, let's talk to you because you are the recipient of this year's William A. Stroud Jr. Award for Community Service. How was the night for you?
It was wonderful. It was wonderful to be surrounded by people that I've worked with, friends I've known in the community, and my family. A couple of my nieces and their husbands braved the storm from Columbus just to be here.
Wow.
So that was very special. It was overwhelming, to say the least, to be honored for something that I've always, a passion. And everybody has passions, but to be picked out and be acknowledged for something that I just enjoyed doing, it felt overwhelming, I guess. I can't think of another word, but yeah. I didn't notice the clapboard table markings until my wife pointed it out. And then I saw some people picking out people that have been in our productions years ago or finding the show they were in, and they took it. So that was kind of a nice little momentum for them.
Yeah. Well, talk, Bruce, about how powerful it is to be a volunteer and to give to others, because you're representing MTV Arts, which is a volunteer organization. You are part of the Food for the Hungry family and the Gala family.
I guess I can sum it up with one of my good friends that helps me with the sets here at the alcove and then with our other shows. We kept wanting to pay him, give you your stipend. He said no, because once I start getting paid, it takes the fun out of it. He said, then it becomes a job. He goes, I already have a job. So I want to do this for the joy, and I want to do it for what I get back intrinsically. And I thought that, that's a good way to look at it. And we have so many volunteers that come and go. And we give little surprise stipends after a show's over. And it's never a marked number before we go in, and we see where we land financially. And then they'll get a nice little surprise check. And we do that with the alcove performers and things. But to volunteer, knowing that you're doing it for the passion and to give out to others, it's a feeling that you can't replace with a paycheck.
Yeah, and it is something that will change your life for the good as you help to change the lives of others.
Marcy, before we leave, Bruce, can I interject? One of the things we thought about early on is that a guy like Bruce being honored could really offer some additional enhancement to the campaign itself. And I think this year, for the first time, our honoree was sort of announced early so that he could be engaged in some of the activities. I'm not exactly sure because I was gone for a little bit of the time, but maybe Kathy could say some of the things that he was involved with the campaign early on.
I certainly can. He was with us at a First Friday in September. We started those initiatives just this fall and hope to continue to do so this coming year. And then Bruce was also with us at the holiday parade. Oh, yeah. And it was cold. And we had a truck this year. We did something a little bit different, but that was great.
Well, let me interject with that, with the parade. I could tell the kids that I worked with as art students, and then I could tell the kids I worked with through the theater. Now in the theater, the kids call me Bruce, but in art class, it was Mr. Jacklin. So there's 40-year-old people waving at me, yelling Mr. Jacklin, and their children are yelling Bruce. Bruce.
It was true. We said that.
So I could tell what world they were in. So yeah.
And every time I asked Bruce, would you mind helping us with this? He did interviews on the radio. He came and did an interview with you for NCR. And he was just always there for us. And I can't thank you enough.
Well, thank
like
you.
I said, you're part of the team now.
Absolutely. That's how we do with
I'm
MTV
trying
Arts.
to
We
get him
suck
to
you in.
I'm trying to get him to be a committee member next year.
I think he already said yes. Okay, so we do need to say a few thank yous here before we announce totals, because we're getting there. So Louisa and Kathy kind of mentioned your committee members, and definitely another shout out to Amy.
Definitely Amy. We had a great committee with my parents, and Kathy, we had Aubrey from Kenyon, Tim Naviska, we had Lisa attending lots of committee meetings. I'm going to blank on somebody, but a lot of great folks came together to make this happen. And then, of course, the team at Kenyon supporting us in campus events in the president's office.
And Melissa Boffman Salmon from
Thank
the
you.
Kenyon Inn. And they did, this special signature drink for Tom Stamp, who was our committee
Yes.
member from almost the very beginning. And he was with us in spirit. And so we had the Stamp 73, which was a drink that was in the year of his Kenyon graduation, and then something that he enjoyed. And so it was great to have a little bit of a memento of Tom.
Yes, we honor him and remember him fondly. He was at many, many gala meetings and many events. Well, Austin Swallow, our board president, is here along with Lisa Lloyd, our vice president of our board. Can the two of you talk about the importance of this event to Food for the Hungry each year?
Well, it certainly has grown to be a very integral part of our campaign. It's been exciting to watch the growth, really, both in terms of attendance, both in terms of dollars raised. But it is now our single most
Largest.
Thank you.
Fundraiser.
I was blanking. Yes,
Yes.
our largest fundraiser of our campaign. Yes, and so we're very appreciative of what the committee has done, what Kenyon has done, and we couldn't be happier.
Well, Lisa, I know with your work with Community Foundation, you know the value of partnerships. It is the only way that Knox County is such a strong and vibrant community. So talk about how partnerships with Food for the Hungry help us help those who are helping others all year long.
Food for the Hungry is certainly, it couldn't be done without partnerships in the community. All of us, except for Kathy and Olivia, our marketing manager, are unpaid volunteers, and we all come from jobs that keep us busy, and so we rely a lot on our partnerships from the schools that do drives, from businesses that do drives, and then certainly with the Gala committee that are putting a lot of hard work into doing this big fundraiser for us.
And we appreciate every single person who braved that level 2
Amen.
snow emergency to come out. 229 was pretty slippery on Saturday night, I'll tell you that. But we also appreciate those of you who bought tickets or sponsored tables, couldn't come, but still gave. You took part in the Fund a Cause even though you weren't there, and it shows in our total, and we just want to say how thankful we are for that. So,
Marcy,
yes.
I was getting texts and emails during the evening, and I was just so they'd say, "I'm sorry we can't make it, we're stuck, but here's our gift, or here's our pledge," and that just really, really warmed my heart that they would take the time to reach out and say, "We still want to be part of it, even though we're not here. We still want to be part."
And it made a difference in our total. So, Louisa, what is the 2025 Snowflake Gala total?
We're proud to announce $89,616.57.
That is incredible. 89,000. I'm going to read it off the paper. $89,616.57. Thank you so much to everyone who took part in this year's gala. Now, that amount has now been added in to the overall Food for the Hungry total. Lisa gets the honor of sharing our new total, and she gets a little help from Austin, but you got to turn it right side up. Are we ready to celebrate?
Our new total is $346,854.32.
Whoa!
Thank you. And that means Knox County, we have met the goal for 2025. $346,854.32 and 15 truckloads of food. And here's the good news. The gifts can still come in through December 31st. That's when we shut off the drive for 2025. So you can still give and be part of working together to care for our neighbors. You can go to foodforthehungrycares.org. Please know, on behalf of all of my friends here and everyone on our board and the committees, and literally the hundreds of volunteers that have been involved in the drive this year, thank you so much. This is Food for the Hungry, working together to care for our neighbors.